IVM.
Hi,
You're
listening to IVM.
daily.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of IVM Daily. I'm Surbhi, and today in the studio I have with me Jaanam.
Hi.
Hey Jaanam, what's up?
What's up? Good morning.
Good morning. It's a bright morning.
Yeah.
Okay guys, we're discussing consent 101. I mean, especially our knowledge of it and how it's changed over the past couple of years. We're discussing like a bunch of
Grey areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of grey areas. And actually I would like to give a shout out to Sukhnit. Have you seen this really fun video?
The song, right?
Yeah.
The song she sung.
It's
yeah.
super catchy.
Yeah.
I was listening to it on my way to office, and I want to sing it right now.
Sing it. Oh my god.
It says, it's fun being sexual, but only when it's consensual. It's so fun, and so it like gives you like a good idea what consent means and how it's not a one-stop destination.
Yeah.
It's a ongoing thing. If you were dating or if you were hooking up back in the day, doesn't mean doesn't mean that it's always a yes. You have to check in. You have to keep going and asking her questions.
That's very true. And even, not just relationships, man, but even marriage. Like, men think like just because you're married, you can, it's like a pass to like have sex as often as you want to, probably every night. But
That's a valid
times,
point.
so many times, like, women are not in, like, you're probably just tired or just not in the mood to do it. And
That's true.
that's
And there is so much this thing stigma attached to not having sex also. You know how like if once you're married, everybody around in the family just considers you like that's what you're doing all the time.
Yeah, every time you're in the bedroom
you're like,
alone.
oh, all right.
Yeah.
But sometimes you might just be cuddling, or talking or just like or
just sleeping.
Or sleeping.
Literally sleeping.
Guys, I also think that the Aziz Ansari debate, when there was some sexual misconduct allegations against Aziz Ansari, that also opened up like a whole new debate about consent. And because I feel like our culture still doesn't understand like what good affirmative consent means. Like it has to be enthusiastic. It has to be both the parties are into it
Mutually.
Mutually in that moment, and they express it every now and then.
Yeah.
So like
I think another key word here is mutual. Like
Mutual?
it's like because there are a lot of times when even maybe the guy is not into it. It's not always the girls who are like saying no.
Yeah.
Sometimes even the guy is like exhausted or tired, and both parties just like maybe just want to cuddle, or one of them maybe.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. Also, enthusiastic is also, I feel like, another key word. Because, like, if you really want to enjoy sex, if you really want to enjoy that time together, both of them have to be into that moment at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, even if one of them seems less enthusiastic, then it's not fun. Then why would you do it? Again, the whole point, it's only fun when it's consensual both the time, like from both the parties.
I completely agree. Yes, it's. I mean, speaking from experience, also like it's only. Yeah, I mean, sex is something that is supposed to be pleasurable. It's not supposed to be something that is painful or uncomfortable for any one of them.
Yeah.
So
That is true.
yeah, so I feel like couples and partners or whoever's like two people indulging in a sexual activity, I feel every time before you get into it, you should always check in on the other person if they are up for it. Because, like we were discussing before this, that there might be people who literally just like cuddle and sleep that particular night, and you're not really into any enthusiastic sex. So just check in on your partner every night, whether you're married, whether you're just hooking up or just in a relationship, whatever your relationship status may be, just check in. Yeah.
Sure, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, even if it's like a new thing or like a thing that you've been doing for like, or someone you've been dating for 6 years, still like keep checking in because you don't know. Yeah, and it sounds like now that we're rethinking consent, like since this whole debate, it sounds like we have to do a lot of check-ins, but honestly it's not that tough, and you can pick up signs. You can pick up signs that a person's uncomfortable. Like, it's sometimes there's also non-verbal cues that also can help you navigate through this. Because you can't, because there are times when the girl or like whoever might feel pressured into doing this, like, sure, cool, let's just get over with it. But then there are non-verbal cues, like she won't be as into it, she won't be as enthusiastic about it. So again, keep picking up on non-verbal cues as well as verbal cues, because I feel like it's on us to like, inform ourselves better. We can't like blame the other person. It's just...
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's true that the definitions are changing. And again, I read something really, feel like really poignant in an article about Aziz Ansari. So it says, affirmative consent requires all parties to be visibly happy, turned on, and vocally expressing enthusiasm throughout the encounter.
Man, that's so true.
Yeah. Which is basically how decent sex looks like. We make it sound like a big deal, but also these are all like common things. This is like pretty characteristic of decent sex. This is what happens when both the parties are enjoying it.
Yeah.
So like, I mean.
Yeah, and sometimes you just have to accept that you're not going to have this with every partner. So maybe if it's not happening, just move on.
That's true. Yeah, if someone doesn't understand consent, that's like that's a big deal breaker. That doesn't work.
Yeah, I feel like probably just if you're experiencing any issues in your sex life, just probably definitely have a chat with your partner and tell them how you feel about it and tell them what probably y'all could work out in the bedroom.
You're right. So in conclusion, we just like to say a conversation is really important.
Yes.
It matters before you get into the bed and even in bed.
Yeah.
So please keep
be very communicative
about what you like, what you don't like, and if something's a straight up no, or if something you really enjoy. So I mean, that's a definition of good sex. So yeah, I mean, we have to address that there are a bunch of gray areas. So the only way to go around this is to navigate and have a conversation.
Right.
Yeah, so the only way to basically you should not leave any room to misread anybody's, any cues whatsoever. Make sure you keep checking in.
Yeah. Also, like coming to like first dates and, there are times when you probably make out at the end of the first date, but that does not mean that I'm like willing to have sex with you on the first date.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Just maybe like if you're on the receiving end of this, probably just be a little understanding and give your partner some time. And maybe like making out is all they want on that particular day, and they don't want to proceed further.
That is also true, and it's completely okay. And again, a lot of people are not okay with leaning in for a kiss on the first date.
Yeah.
So again, keep checking in. You know what works great?
What?
Just ask me. Just ask me, hey, can I kiss you? And I'd be like, sure.
Yeah.
So you're like, that's a simple question and probably respect you more.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, because imagine we're strangers. We're both meeting for the first time. If I don't feel like it, I'll say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I feel like it, I'll probably respect you for asking that question still. It's just your dignity and your basically you won't misread anybody's boundaries, right? Like even though you had a great time at the date, but maybe I'm not okay with kissing you on the first date. Maybe I will in the second date. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's important. I feel like #MeToo is bringing about a lot of these new conversations, and it's a great time to be alive.
It is. It indeed is. And yeah, man, just I would just advise everyone to just be aware of these things and aware of the boundaries and keep just pick up on cues and don't be a creep, guys.
It's actually very simple to be not a creep.
And just don't make the other person uncomfortable, and if you feel you're beginning to do that, just take a step back and look back at your own actions.
Also, you know how we were talking about this before we came into the studio. It's about how a lot of times men are because of the culture we consume, they're they've been fed this whole idea that nobody, the idea of no hurts the idea of rejection hurts the ego a lot, which is also not healthy for men, because there'll be so many times where I like you as a person, but maybe in that moment I don't feel like having sex with you, but that doesn't mean I don't like you anymore.
It's like maybe I don't want it right now, maybe I'll want it later, but
again, it's just the whole idea is to not take it to your heart so much. I mean, again, it's again the patriarchy. They've taught them to be in a culture where a no is a big thing, which is why they should take it on its face value. A no just means no in that moment. Okay, You come back again, check in with me. It could be a yes, could be no again, but it's not about you.
Yeah, and whatever the answer is, just like respect the other person's decision.
That's true. I feel like we covered most of the points.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys should totally check out Consent 101. We will link a bunch of essays in our description. And yeah, keep talking. Keep having good sex.
Yeah, and keep having conversations, guys.
Yeah.
I feel the more you talk about this, the more vocal we are as a community, just speaking about these subject matters. It's
definitely going to open up. Yeah. All right, that's it for today's IVM Daily. I'm Surbhi, and Jaanam, where can we reach out to you?
You can find me on Twitter at Jaanam Devan.
Nice. You can find me on Twitter at Small Talk Police. You can also reach out to us at IVM Podcast. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And that's it. See you next time. Bye.
Look! Up in the internet! It's a meme! No! It's a cat video! No! It's the Geek Fruit Podcast!
That's right, we interrupt this riveting broadcast to tell you about our show, the Geek Fruit Podcast, where Tejas, Dinkar, and I, Jishnu, talk about everything in pop culture, including DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Netflix, and everything in between.
You know how your friends hate it when you ramble about some nerdy crap and you just want somebody to listen to you? Well, sorry, there's nothing we can do about that, but come listen to us ramble and it'll almost be like the real thing. Kind of.
Listen to new episodes of the Geek Fruit Podcast every Monday and the Geek Fruit Bulletin every Thursday on iTunes, Google Podcasts, the IVM app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Happy listening, you nerds.
Did you know that Parsis in Mumbai, instead of being left at the Tower of Silence after they die, are now cremated? And why? Because a cow fell sick in the early 1990s. Did you know that the smog in Delhi is caused by something that farmers in Punjab do and that there's no way to stop them? Did you know that there wasn't one gas tragedy in Bhopal, but 3? One of them was seen, but 2 were unseen. Did you know that many well-intentioned government policies hurt the people they're supposed to help? Why was demonetization a bad idea? How should GST have been implemented? Why are all our politicians so corrupt when not all of them are bad people? I'm Amit Verma, and in my weekly podcast, The Seen and the Unseen, I take a shot at answering all these questions and many more. I aim to go beyond the seen and show you the unseen effects of public policy and private action. I speak to experts on economics, political philosophy, cognitive neuroscience, and constitutional law so that their insights can blow not only my mind, but also yours. The Seen and the Unseen releases every Monday. So do check out the archives and follow the show at seenunseen.in. You can also subscribe to The Seen and the Unseen on whatever podcast app you happen to prefer.